Hello, all you beautiful people out there. What is going on? This is your friend Britic coming fast with some more Paragon gameplay. We're gonna be playing some Countess today. Just kidding. I'm not playing. We're just gonna be looking at Countess's ass, Countess. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm missing them booty cheeks like what? And we're gonna be talking about how I like. Yeah, I can't get past that comment without awkwardness, huh? So let's just talk about Visionary Games and Unleashed Games, like we have been milking for the last 2 weeks, just like everyone else has now doing. But let's talk about Visionary Games specifically. How I believe that the concept of Visionary Games' Project Phoenix Rising, has me more excited for what Unleashed Games has in store for Paragon 2, and I'm going to talk about my reasons for that. Now, they did have a June update and state of the game, but I'm holding out on making a video about that until next week because I was told that there should be some more information dropping by the end of this week. So I want to just get a wholesome, holistic overview of all the information that we know to this point from that June state of the game when I get that extra information for you guys. So that's why I've been holding out. So in the meantime, we're going to be talking about this. So there's a few key points here that I want to make as to why Project Phoenix Rising, Visionary Games, has me more hopeful and excited for their project than Unleashed Games does for their project. So first off, I like the concept of having original heroes. You know, I do miss Grux, and I miss Sevarog, and I miss Iggy. You know, they had fun kits that were fun to play with and all that. But I'm also very excited to play some new and original heroes. Learn their kits, make builds for them. You know, just new stuff. I, as one of the few people in the human population who likes change, I actually enjoy change. I think it makes life less boring. I welcome this. I welcome change. I welcome trying to learn new stuff and having different heroes and different kits and different builds. Also, new lore is pretty cool too, right? Because they said that they're really, really into the lore of games, and they want to make sure that the lore in Project Phoenix Rising is very fleshed out as well. Now, the reason why I'm okay with the new stuff and everything is because they promised a similar feel to Paragon, because this course is going to be a third-person MOBA. Now, the reason why I'm not tired, per se, of the Paragon heroes, but I also like that they have these original heroes and their own kind of... They don't have restrictions because of that, is what I'm trying to get at. They don't have restrictions, right? It's not going to feel too much like they're holding on to the shadow of Paragon, like Paragon 2 might, or whatever Unleashed Games is doing, because they're still going to be using the same assets and stuff like that as well. It's going to feel like something new and something updated, which is also a positive thing. Now, on that note, Visionary Games also stated that they're taking inspirations from all MOBAs, not just Paragon. I know Unleashed Games is also not doing only Paragon. You know, they're going to have a general item shop, which is very much like every other MOBA. But I feel like Visionary Games really means that. I mean, from what we've seen, there are similarities to Paragon, and if it looks similar, and if I can't tell you because I haven't played it, but it seems to feel similar as from the gameplay that we have all seen, all the gameplay that has been public. But it also has its kind of own charm to it. You can kind of feel that formulating a little bit more. Whereas I feel like Unleashed Games project might be kind of, you know, kind of like how you have a popular pop artist like Britney Spears and they try to stay relevant by streaking in one of their music videos or something, you know, some crazy shit. I feel like that's kind of what's going on, and I can't obviously say anything because we haven't even seen any gameplay. That's actually point number 3, is that I've seen gameplay already from VG. I'm already sold. I already know what they're up to. Whereas for Unleashed Games, I need to see what they have in store for their state of the game, or for their proof of concept video rather. And it's too early to make a judgment on that, but I'm talking about the concepts in general of the ideas that these developers have behind their games. I like Visionary Games' idea more. Now, from what we have seen, Visionary Games has definitely been way more involved with their community. They've had a ton of live streams. Their Discord is always incredibly active. Updates with state of the game videos and just really nice community interaction. From their state of the game in June, you can actually see that they updated the menu to have a community tab already. Like, they already have a community tab and they're already working on it, which just shows to me through action that they want to care about the community, that they will do what Epic Games did not. And that's very, very important to me, because especially games like MOBAs are very strongly revolved around community and around community feedback, and it seems to me as Visionary Games is already doing a good job listening. Whereas Unleashed Games, they're probably doing a good job listening as well. They're probably, you know, they're not at that point where they're looking for feedback. They're still doing their thing, but they've been a little less warm about it, it seems, and not as focused as Visionary Games is on the whole update and keep everybody in touch and in the sync of things, because that's what's keeping me interested as well, right? You know, interest fades. Everybody has the attention span of snails nowadays thanks to social media, so you got to be very, very attentive to this kind of stuff. Now, there are a few other reasons, most likely, that I just didn't cover because it might be some internal bias or some other shit that I mean, like, for example, like, I've talked to Visionary Games. I have not talked to everybody over at Unleashed Games. I've talked to a few people, but not as many as Visionary Games, and I haven't really gotten to know them. So there is some internal bias as well. I can't say there isn't. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that I hate Unleashed Games. I don't want people thinking that, oh, I'm just talking shit about Unleashed Games. I'm not at all. Like, both of them are doing a great job. Both of them are going to have great games if they keep going and they listen to their community. I'm just saying I'm more excited for Visionary Games, man. I'm a fan too, right? I can be excited. I can be hyped. I'm more excited for Visionary Games stuff. And that's just all I'm trying to say with this video. And I brought up my points because people were asking me, they're like, so which one are you going to play when it comes out? I'm like, well, that's a long ways away still, so I still have a good amount of time to make that decision. And then the other answer to that question is I'm going to play both. Like, why do I need to be restricted to one? So the other question is, will one of them die if one is really successful? And yeah, maybe, most likely, but I feel like there might be a large enough audience to be able to split that kind of stuff, which I know that sounds really weird, but there might be enough to go around, so to speak. So, like, for those people that want their characters back, they want that Paragon nostalgia back, they want to just play Paragon again, they can play Unleashed Games game. For those that want the MOBA that Paragon could never become, maybe Visionary Games will be able to deliver with some awesome mechanics and some good gameplay balancing. That's really all it comes down to, is the fundamentals, right? Excuse me. If a game is balanced, if it runs well, if there's a good character pool, if you can use, you know, what I mean by that is if you can use like a lot of different kinds of characters, or if you're only restricted to using Rampage because he's the best jungler, or I don't know, like who was a Revenant because he's the best carry, or whatever, you know, like stuff like that. So I feel like that's really what would make or break these games, which obviously we haven't even gotten nowhere near to even discussing that stuff. Again, we're just talking about the concepts here, and that's really what I'm trying to get at here, is that by the sounds of things, at least in the beginning, I'm liking what Visionary Games is putting down on the table, and I have trust in them that they're going to pull through. So, anyway, those were my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, make sure you have a wonderful day. Peace.